Welcome back to Midwest Access. We are continuing the conversation, so I'm just going to dive right in because I can get talking. So we talked about healthspan versus lifespan and how those things don't start when you're 80, they start now.
Right. So what do we do to make sure we're having a long health span?
Yes.
And these are things that I talk about so often. First and foremost, we need to start with a foundation.
Yep.
Eat real food. We really need to focus on nutrition at this stage in our life. You know, menopause brings a lot of different issues. And with the hormones fluctuating, if we're not feeding our bodies the energy or giving our bodies the energy that it needs, it just makes us feel worse. It really just multiplies those effects.
It does.
The next thing, of course, is movement.
Okay.
Movement for your, appropriate movement for your age.
Yes. This is a good one.
This is a good one. You know, what you could do when you were 25, you may not be able to do when you're 45 or 54.
And that's okay.
Exactly. That's okay. We're not looking to have a 25-year-old body again.
Right.
We want to have the best body that we can possibly have at our age.
Yes.
And so, yes, one of the things that is absolutely essential is strength training.
Okay.
Strength training for muscle mass, strength training for bone density.
Okay.
As we get older, our bone density starts decreasing exponentially. And
That's scary.
It's really scary. And when you think of an older person who is frail, because, you know, and they're hunched over, they have osteoporosis.
Right.
Well, that didn't start when they were 80.
No.
Right, it started much younger. And knowing that this is something that's happened silently inside of us, having that knowledge, we can take kind of the bull by the horns and, you know, be responsible for our own health. And sometimes that's going to your doctor and saying, hey, I want to have a DEXA scan because I don't know what my bone density is.
Right.
So these are pieces, simple pieces that we can do to prevent chronic disease, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, all of the metabolic challenges that that we could potentially be getting as we're going through menopause. And again, we're not thinking about because we're stuck in the I have to deal with this menopausal symptom, or I've got to get through this first.
Right. That is so true. We're getting through whatever situation it is, but I think the more you move on in life, there's always something. You're always going through something. The kids are little, the kids are growing up, the kids are in college, you know, the kids have kids of their own, whatever it is. Yeah.
And it really is a mindset switch. It really is. As soon as you can make that switch and think, okay, this is what I need to do for me today so I can live into my 80s and possibly into my 90s without all of the medications, without all of the doctor's appointments, and without having to be dependent on others for your own survival.
Yeah, it's such a different life. You know, I worked in a nursing home years ago, and you know, that quality of life, and you try so hard to give everybody a great quality of life, but there's only so much you can do. But when you can't get up and down on your own, it just takes that precious quality of life from you. You know, those things that make life worth living.
Absolutely. And that's really what we're looking for is, you know, what is your life worth living? And what are you going to do today? What are the steps that you can do today to make sure that you're living that quality life?
So then our action step is really to get in touch with you because this is what you do. You are a menopause mentor. I think also some of the trouble sometimes is we've gone along, you know, fairly healthy without a lot of effort for some people. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh boy, I got to do some things. And if we don't take action now, like you said, in our 80s, we'll suffer for it. So how do we get in touch with you and work with you so that we can have that good quality of life?
So really the easiest way to get in touch with me, you can get onto my website, very simply, denisestegall.com, or you can find me on social media, and there's always a way to connect with me there.
Wonderful. So just connect with you directly and get set up from there. And,
absolutely.
I'm really into this back half thing. I turned 49 and I'm like, wow, we got another 50 to go, and I want it to be just as good, if not better.
Absolutely, and we can do that.
We can. Well, like you said, 80% of those things are preventable. So let's all do this together. Thank you so much, Denise.
Thank you.